Co-auction number 5 to Harcourts in Thomastown. My name is Robert Ozzimo and I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata and Co. I'm joined here today by my award-winning team in blue, the best in the business, the best in the north. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach either Tim, Andrew and of course Leon Ascaris and Michael Cananzi, who's inside at the moment but who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of meeting throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you now the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction will prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in 30 to 60 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward document. Everything's in there, everything is quite clear. Buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer for your consideration and competition here today. They do not build them like this anymore. A great example of a well constructed home that's built to stand the test of time. A beautiful double fronted elevated brick veneer home. As you walk through, you can see how lovingly maintained it has been throughout the years, how well maintained it's been and how much it stood the test of time. Absolutely nothing to do. You can move straight in, but still plenty of scope for you to modernise and make it your own over time. That beautiful long corridor with 4 bedrooms, the huge dining room, the formal lounge, that big kitchen, the list goes on and on. It is a great family home here in a great family location where we have access to everything that you need for a great lifestyle and to secure your future through capital growth. Easy access to schools, shopping, parkland, transport, all within easy reach. Thomastown has gone from strength to strength in recent years and for very good reason. So you can buy with absolute confidence here today, knowing that you're putting your family in pole position. If you would like to get that job done and get the sold sticker up on the board, now buyers, is your time to reserve that right. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 5 Tahara? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Where can I see a start? If you're here to buy, this is your moment. Time for you to have your say. I've had mine. Our instructions are clear. We want to get the sold sticker up here today. So if you have the same goal in mind, this is your time to start from a position of strength and to show every other potential buyer that the keys belong to you, buyers. I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands. Where can I see a start? Most quiet part of an auction is when we ask for a bit of money and everybody tends to get a bit quiet. It does take a brave soul to raise their hand first at an auction. But you've got the opportunity, as I said, to start from a position of strength, to put yourself in the box seat here today. Who'd like to start us off? Well, I don't mind starting. I'm going to kick it off at, let's say, at 7. I was about to say 790, so there you go. 790,000, you read my mind. At 790,000, welcome and best of luck here today. 790 the bid. At 790,000, at 790 the bid. Bids in front. There's the bid. There's the competition. The opportunity lays with you all. At 790 now. At 790,000, fairly been offered at 790 in front. In the middle at 790. At 790,000 for the first call. At 790,000, are we done? At 800, I was hoping for 20, sir. Can I say 20 if you're going to come in with some strength? 810. At 810? Sure. At 810,000, great bid at 810. And same courtesy at 20 if you like at 810 there. At 810,000, my left, your right. Opportunity with you, one bid, not enough here today. At 810,000 and 30 the call. At 810,000, fairly bid and offered now at 810 the bid. At 810,000, got to be 30 in the rise. At 810,000, once at 810 are we all done? At $810,000 a bid for the second call at 810. 820, I'll shorten my stride and get you involved. And same courtesy, sir, at 10 if you like. At 20 there in 30. 830 the call. At 820,000, fairly been offered now at 820 the bid. At 820,000, got to be 30 now. At 820,000. At 820, bids here, opportunity again with everyone else at 820 now. At 820,000, first call at 820 the bid. All done. Second call at 820, at 30, and welcome. Best of luck at 30 now. It's 830,000, fresh competition at 830 now. At 830,000, bids there. Opportunity back with you at 40 now got. At 840,000, 50 if you like. At 840 in the bids here, at 840 the bid. At 840,000, got to be 50 at 50 now at 850. At 850,000, 60, can I say it? 60 got now. At 860,000 and 70, welcome. At 870 now. At $870,000 a bid and 80 got. At 880,000, at 890 now, at 890,000, 4 in it at 890, at 900,000, even money at that at 9, at 900, 1,000 and 910, at 910,000, at 910,000 and 20 got now, at 920 the bid, at 920,000, so we are on the market and selling, so if you have come to buy, there's no second chances, at 920,000, we are on the market, we sell here today, if you've come to buy, show me now, bid me now or forever hold your peace because we sell away if there's no better bid. At 920,000, the bid's there, the keys are there, we sell once at 920,000. Are we done? Second call at 920 the bid. Are we done? Finished? Third, final call. I will take 2 at 922. Welcome. I wish you the best of luck here today at 922 now. Same courtesy if you like, but I dare say the best response to a small bid is always a big one. So at 922, the bid's there and the opportunity's with you. You've been with us from the very start, but this is where it counts. You've got to be strong at the end to buy. At 922,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. Opportunity's still with you if you like. At 922, the bid. At 922,000, bid's there, keys are there. We sell here today. $922,000 once at 922. Are we all done? Second call at 922,000. Are we done? Finished? For the third and final call at $922,000. The bid all done, all finished, all silent out at 922. So we're definitely done here. Thank you very much for being here today at 922,000. So we're done here. Thank you. At 922, appreciate you bidding here today. At 922,000, last chance. If you tell me you're right, I'll sell over there. How about one to get back on top? Just test. At 922,000, you had the keys for a while. They've come in right at the end. We have to test their resolve. At 922,000, got to give them a little bit of a fight. At 922, the bid's there, and a half at 922 and a half. At 922,500, can you take me to 30? At 922 and a half, give me a big bid in response. At 922 and a half, can I suggest 30 in the rise at 922,500? Bids there. Keys are there. Opportunity here at 922 and a half now.
We'll add another 5.
Another 5, yeah. Another 500. I thought we were going to say 5,000 at 923, at 923,000. Now you saw that it was a laboured bid and they only came back with half at 923 and a half now. At 923 and a half. At 923.24 got. At 924. At 924,000. How about 25? At 924 they've done enough with half. Are you absolutely sure? At 924,000. Bids there. Keys there. We sell once at 924, all done. You're back, sir. I had a feeling you might be back at 25. I'll welcome you back at 925. At 925, the bid. At 925,000, bid back again, sir. Give me 30 in the rise. At 26. At 926 and 7. At 927,000 now. At 927,000, take me to 30. At 927, the bid. At 927 and a half. At 28 now, at 928. I'm asking for 30 again. Give me the 30 at 928,000. The bid's there. Okay. The keys are there. We sell at 28 at $928,000 now. 30. At 30 got now. At 930,000. At 930. It's just a round number, sir. Don't let it scare you off. At 930,000. Bid there. Can I say 31? 31. At 31 got. At 931 the bid now. At 931. At 931 bid there. Opportunity back here at 31. At 931 and 2, can I say? At 2 now. At 932 the bid. At 932. You've told me that before. At 932. I'm going to circle around a little bit. I'm going to ask you one more time before we sell. At 932 the bid's there. The keys are there. We sell. We're out over there. We're definitely out in the middle there. At $932,000 the bid. Once at 932. All done. Twice at 32. Done and finished. For the third and final call at $932,000 the bid. All done, finished, silent and out at 32. Done there. We're definitely done here. Thank you so much for your spirited bidding here today. At 932, last chance, sir. How about another half? Definitely done this time. Thank you very much again for your bidding here today. At 932, once, twice, third, final call, 932 the bid, all done, all finished, all silent and out at 932. We are selling, selling, selling. So, congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our new owners and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend. See you again soon. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you at the next one. Congratulations. Well done.